My personal goal before completing my observed lessons was to effectively use my teaching technique of firm, calm, finesse, and being able to teach my lesson of subtraction and the idea of taking away, and being able to understand it and bring it into other contexts outside. Um, Instructional strengths, I thought I did really well. I used group modeling, and I brought the group in all together to explain it and to model the activity as one. So they would be released and to do the activity on their own. I also think I kept a happy disposition throughout the lesson. I tried to be my most positive self, in line with my firm, calm, finesse teaching technique, and trying to maintain a very respectful environment. And I think I was also really good at catching behaviour early, also in line with the technique of being able to see if a student was doing something that was either inappropriate or out of lesson. I would either call on that student privately, or my most effective way of doing it was actually reinforcing other students around that student, giving them positive reinforcement, and that therefore had a flow and effect to make other students want to be more engaged and want to behave in the appropriate behaviour, because it became a reminder for the other students to what is the appropriate behaviour or the desired behaviour for the lesson. Those things I thought I did well. My areas for improvement, I think taking more responsibility of if a lesson isn't going the way I think it's going. For example, my first lesson, I did a group explanation, and then I released them to do the activity, and then I noticed that I had a lot of students coming up and still not having understanding, or couldn't grasp the activity, or didn't really have the engagement that I was hoping for. I should have taken a bit more responsibility and more confidence in that moment and brought them back to the floor. I ended up doing that eventually, but I think having the confidence to do it quicker rather than attending to each student individually became a bit overwhelming. So I think that's an area that I definitely would like to improve on. And for the engagement area, I referred to why students don't like school. Was reading that we had to do earlier in the semester, and so I tried to create my second lesson more engaging and more fun. So I brought 10-pin bowling into it, which was an activity where the kids rolled the ball, and so the pins went down and they would count and take away and learn the subtraction element of that. Had its positives, and it also did create an example for more areas for improvement on my teaching styles, as the positives was that they were more engaged, and then it grew limitations because they were very overexcited and maybe overstimulated of the cognitive load of being outside and playing a game, and some of them became less involved in the subtraction side of the activity. So I think improving on maybe introducing the 10-pin bowling game, but then maybe next time, instead of taking it outside, playing it in the classroom, or setting expectations before doing that, and not just rushing out to do it to create more time management, because time management was also something that I was conscious of keeping. And just looking to the future, I think I would like to keep working on my calm, firm, finesse teaching technique. I think it's a great technique that I would like to be as a teacher, and I think I've seen my supervising teacher was very good at having firm, calm, finesse, so I think I got a lot of really helpful feedback, and I would like to see how I go in the future and try to keep improving.